Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So, appreciate all the support in all the videos recently. Tonight we are going to be doing a video, my first ever video on the jammiest and most DDA players in FIFA. Now, if you don't know what DDA is Dynamic Difficulty Adjustment. All right, look it up. Now, the main part is, if you play FIFA, you know what I mean by the jammiest players. These are the players that no matter what, you can't tackle, or if they're a defender, they win the ball every single time. They just have it, right? They have it. They are better, and that's why we call them jammy. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below who you guys feel like for you is a super jammy player in FIFA. We did a video a couple weeks ago talking about the best players to use in each position and also the most ratty players. I feel like Jam is different because these are the players that literally sometimes aren't the best like those, but they are just nuts, right? They just run through everybody and they are unstoppable at times. And honestly, a lot of the players in this video, I realized because I was like thinking through, okay, I want to make this video. I want to write down all these players of who I feel like in my experiences, right? These are always my experiences, like have acted the most jammy in game, right? And so for me, a lot of players that I kind of wrote down are super expensive, and it's probably an aspect of EA laughing at this video because yeah, obviously jammy players are going to be expensive, and EA wants you to spend your money to buy these players. So the first player for me, probably one of the most jammy players of all time, is Genola. There is times when you play against this card that he is absolutely untackleable. You cannot tackle him. Look, 5-star, 5-star. I think he's like 1.5 million coins. Like, he's been really good for a while on FIFA. But he, this year, I mean, I've had some serious struggles against him. He's just running through center backs. He really, really, really is that guy. He's 1.5 mil. So yeah, Ginola for me is top of the list. Mbappe is super top of the list as well, right? Any version really of Mbappe. We'll just go with the gold here. And I will be real. I've been playing the player of the month quite a bit recently, and I feel like he is a lot better even than the gold, right? And sometimes you look at like plus ones and you don't really think they're that much better, but I feel like this player of the month is super, super elite. I have been really, really, really having a tough time against him. And so gold Mbappe is so good. Any type of upgrade on Mbappe is obviously going to make him just even crazier. All right, so we're going to go for a center mid now. And we have a lot of players we wrote down today, so I don't want to go too slow. But Fofana, man, Fofana, something with Fofana the last 2 years in FIFA. This SBC is amazing. I still have not completed it. 4-star, 4-star, high, high. Not only is Fofana super jammy, but he has so much passion. 93 strength, 97 stam, 82 defensive awareness, 90 stand tackling, 88 reactions, 88 composure. He's for a budget at 150K, I think is the price of his SBC. I would totally recommend him. He is absolutely sensational in FIFA. 100% recommend for a cheaper budget. Out of this world. So good. All right, next player we're going to talk about, it is another center mid, and it is Gullit, right? Gullit this year is just incredible. It's incredible. The mid, the prime, and the team of the year icon, unstoppable. This team of the year icon is right now on the market. I think he's like 12 mil, and that's why I'm saying if you want the jammiest players, you're going to have to pay for them. He is so crazy. I mean, he runs through everybody. He's also so fast. I mean, it's unbelievable how fast he is. He really, 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 really is just something this year. I mean, I thought Gullit the last couple of years maybe wasn't as good. I felt like there was times where, yeah, he just wasn't really as good. And I feel like this year, he is really, really, really that guy. All right, so as we continue, we are now going to go to the we're going to go to the right mid or the left mid. I'm going to go with Al Oweiran, guys. Al Oweiran is out of this world, right? Super, super fast, and I would just put him in the jammy category, just out of the fact that because of his pace and his like long stride animation, he just is impossible to tackle. I mean, when I think of a player as jammy in game, it's like impossible to tackle, running through, and I just feel like Al Oweiran really, 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 really fits, you know, that type of vibe. So Al Oweiran, obviously, you know, the only player even under his price, which he's up at like 800K, the only player under that price is Fofana, right? So again, as I said, these players are going to be very expensive. You know, somebody for me that I think a lot of you guys know is like this, but it's Leao, and like I don't have Leao in any of my best players videos. He probably is deserving of it, but all of Leao's versions, right? Not even this top version that's like 1.3 mil. All of his versions, I've had the same problem all year. Whether it's the gold, it's the inform, any of these versions, he is so hard to tackle. He's so strong, and it just for me, he's probably actually top 5 for like players in this video who are super jammy. Like he just is that guy in games. So try him out. Any version of Leao, you can go with the cheaper versions if you haven't had the coins for this version. I probably recommend doing that anyways. Yeah, so just incredible card. I think this card actually on the market is like 1.3. I mean, we're getting into this market now where I think the market is just going to keep going up. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. There's nothing really that's going to come out besides like a prime icon repeatable pick that's really going to hurt the market. Yeah, he's 1.2. So yeah, wow, the market is just going to the moon. But he is so good in game. And actually, his teammate Theo Hernandez is going to make this video because I just feel like for me, for a budget, I actually got a 20-0 this year with gold Theo Hernandez. He's just insane. Like, he's so good. He's had this, like, stock in game the last 2 years in FIFA that he just wins every tackle. He's so hard to actually pass, right? Because he just shields very well. And he's nuts. He's nuts. He's so good, and I would proclaim him as jammy because, well, most defenders in this game cannot win the ball back after one tackle, and he can, so he has the jam. VVD, also, you know, you could go with the gold. You don't even have to go with the team of the year. You could go with the gold, you know. Does not have to be the team of the year. The gold will get it done. He's been in all of my videos for best players, all this, right? Most ratty, but he deserves to be in this video as well because he is just that guy. Lucio as well. You know, for me, these are the two center backs. These are the two center backs this year. You could go with the base Lucio, and I just feel like I would put them in jammy, and there's not many defenders that are in jammy, but the reason I would put them in this category is I just feel like they are so unique in terms of winning the ball. There's not many players like that, and so it just absolutely separates them. They have the DDA. All right, so Capdevila also is going to be in this video. He is like 900,000 coins on the market. He's so expensive. 4-star skills, and he is obviously not a right back. He's a left back, but he is just sensational, right? Wins every single tackle, is really just that guy. You know, for the right back, I was going to go with Prime Cafu, but, you know, Prime Cafu, is he even jammy, or it's just Prime Cafu? You know, Capdevila for me, just crazy. Other players that we want to, you know, go through and talk about, you know, this one might surprise some of you guys, but I was thinking about who really just is tough to play. Moise Kean, I know, this is like probably really surprising for a lot of you. He has this Player of the Month card. You could go with the Inform as well. This card is like sensational. I don't really know. Every time I play against him, he's insane. Yeah, Moise Kean is just him. He's got 95 shot power. He's fast. He's got good dribbling. His strength is 95. I have a lot of trouble against him, and I think he was like literally 30K, if that. That might even be expensive for what he was. This is turning out to be one of the best valued players we've had all year. This card is just such a struggle to play against. I have a really tough time. If we're gonna stay on the cheap side of things, I would mention a Milestone card. I'm not even sure if this card is still available. He was out like the first week of FIFA, and he was really actually released before we have this now meta where pace is so important. In the earlier stage of the game, pace was important, but really what was important was like lengthy. And so for me and a lot of people, like, this was not a card that you were really looking at because lengthy was just so OP. And all of a sudden post patch, he can play 4 positions and he's absolutely insane. So I would say he's very jammy. A lot of the sweats that I play against will sub him in at the end of the match, and it just turns out to be a nightmare to try to defend. So that's why I would put him, you know, in this team. All right, so other players that I want to mention, Voller, impossible to defend. Does not miss the net, like, at all. Like, I don't know the last time that this player actually missed the goal. He is just insane. 96 finishing, 97 shot power, 92 acceleration, 87 strength, 97 heading accuracy, 98 reactions. He's just wild. These World Cup cards that were released this year were so good. Unfortunately, I struck out with, like, packing any of them that were crazy in my guarantee packs or any of the packs that I had around the World Cup. So, yeah, but he is definitely one of the ones that really stands out to me. All right, so Ronaldo flashback, and I would say for Cristiano Ronaldo, none of his other versions are as good as this flashback version. This flashback is him, right? He is so jammy. 5-star skills. He's got 96 reactions, and his shooting is just broken. I mean, I don't even understand how his stats say 85 shot power, 87 attack positioning, 85 finishing, because when I shoot with him, he breaks the net. I've got almost 200 goal contributions to him in 142 games, and I've probably used him as a super sub for like the last 70. So Ronaldo, specifically this version, if you did this SBC, it was expensive, but he's turned out to be one of the most jammy players. I sub him in, and it's like prime real life Ronaldo. I mean, I'm literally winning the match every time I sub him in. I'm scoring 1, 2, however many goals I need, he scores. And he's just really that guy, and he has all the DDA. So that's why he's in this video. Somebody that I've been trying out quite recently, and I'm actually using right now in my club, is Prime Henry. We are loving Prime Henry this year. He's expensive. I feel like it's got to be the Prime, though. I used the Baby and the Mid. They were not as good as the Prime. This version, and whenever he gets his top-tier version, he is going to be insane. He's truly different this year. Very, very, very solid in game. Really like him. Obviously, you have to pay the price. He's not cheap, but he is very, very overpowered this year. And so he would make this video. All right, so we're staying now. We're getting expensive again. Zlatan is crazy. I think he's overpriced. I mean, he's obviously up at like 3.4 mil, which actually I think he might be even more than that now. He's up at 3.7. But I mean, when you hold L2 with him, he genuinely just knocks players over. And that is just jam, right? He's pure jam in game. So obviously 4 million coins is a lot. But he's got to make this video for me because he's him. All right, Ronaldinho. Now, I would say any version of Dino outside of the Baby would fit this video, right? I know you guys know by now I've packed the Prime. I'm not going to tell you that I packed the Prime even though I just did that. But what I'm seeing from Dino this year, if you are a fan of Dino, this is his year. I literally dribble with him. I hold L2, and I don't lose the ball. It's remarkable. I've never seen Dino like this in FIFA. So, yeah, I mean, he just has everything about him this year is super special. He really, really, really is that guy. I know he's very expensive, and I know a lot of these players in this video are very expensive, but ultra jammy, so much DDA. I've scored a ton of red time finishes, terrible goals, running through 2 defenders when I don't deserve to have the ball, and you know, that's why he's actually perfect for this video. So yeah, also Butra I'm mentioning in this video, you know, you could go with his 92. I think his 91 is the one that I have, and I think, you know, this is the one that I love because he's got the 4-star skills. I have this like theory. We're going to do a video on my FIFA theory sometime, but I think with the 4-star skills, players just dribble better. I know his Prime dribbles really well, but I mean, like, I just feel like when players have 3-star skills, they do not dribble as well. And I feel like that this card has 4-star skills. He just dribbles better than other players. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. All right. Pele this year, so good. Pele the last 2 years has been the best he's been in FIFA. The last 2 years, he's been incredible. Pele, any version, 91, 95, 98. I'm sure he'll get a 99 pretty soon. Yeah, just incredible. So good. 98 reactions, 97 ball control, 96 dribbling. 98 composure. He just also doesn't miss both left and right. I mean, the thing is, last year when I was using him, his left foot, I packed his Prime last year out of a pick, and his left foot was incredible. So, Pele, Benzema Team of the Year. What I noticed with Benzema's Team of the Year was that when you hold L2 as he's receiving the ball, and actually, not to just totally like forget about, I would also say his winter wildcard. His winter wildcard is phenomenal. I've been getting him in foot draft recently. He's so good. His winter wildcard is super elite, but I would say his Team of the Year, when you hold L2, impossible to take the ball away from. And just look, 99 reactions, 99 finishing. What I've noticed is these strikers this year that are stronger, like Benzema and Cantona, when you hold L2 with them, they're impossible to take the ball away from. So super jammy, super DDA with him. And then another player that I have that I wrote down is actually Harry Kane. I know that's going to surprise some of you, but this is the same theory with Harry Kane. And he's had some upgrades now where his like team of the tournament and his honorable mentions have high pace and high physical. So you hold L2 and you're good to go. I guess we can't load the Team of the Year. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why I can't load these attributes, but incredible card Harry Kane is this year. He's super, super special. Surely when I put him here, we'll be able to see. Yeah, 97 finishing, 89 strength. So again, holding L2 and then the 96 reactions and the 96 composure just makes him out of this world good. 5-star weak foot as well. And then last player I think I wrote down here. Last player, and then we'll go back and we'll reevaluate it. Did I forget somebody? Or is that it? Is that it? Is that all we've got? Oh, Vieira. I have Vieira because I think nobody's like Vieira this year. I recommend you try Vieira. I got the World Cup option. I was smart. I took that version from Swaps. I passed the IQ test. He was by far the best player. Him and Cafu were the best options you could take. And yeah, he stats don't explain how good this card is. 400 matches for me now in my club, and he's just automatic. Like there's times where I don't have to do anything because he just does everything in the midfield. So yeah, I mean, I know that most of the players in this team are very expensive, but guys, at the end of the day, these are the players I just feel like just get all of the jam, are absolutely crazy in game. If I were to rank a couple that I feel like are actually like the toughest to take the ball from, it's probably Genola, it's probably Leao, and it's probably like Dino. I mean, I think Mbappe is super OP, but I think the reason Mbappe and Alawayron are so OP is that they're just so fast. Like, they just actually just run by you. But I feel like Ginola and Leao and Dino are just, like, running through you. I feel like you could also put Ibra and Henry in that category. I feel like Ronaldo's here because he just scores every last couple minutes in every match. Voller just doesn't miss any type of shot. Crazy. Buchanan so fast. Kean also just super strong. Kane, I feel like with the hold-up is really OP. Every player in this team is really good. I mean, I think with Jam and VDA, there's less defenders. I would put Teo and Capdevila here because I think they just don't miss a tackle. I think Cafu is worth a shout as well. I think Lucio and VVD are just so different. And then I feel like Fofana is just so passionate. Hulla is incredible this year. And I'm really happy with this team. So let me know. These are obviously, in my experience, players that I played and used that are just super OP. But let me know who you guys find to be the most jammy. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.